welcome back to That Fiction Life. I am a little bit deceased right now because I was not expecting a certain package to arrive today, and I am not even kidding. It is the 14th of November and Queen of Nothing has arrived in my household. You all know this is my most anticipated book of the year. Before then it was The Wicked King, but they moved up publication date to 2019 as well, so we got 2 books from Holly Black, technically 3 if you include the republication of Tithe. So in this video I'm going to be reading Queen of Nothing. I'm so excited. I don't think you understand. I mean, if you have seen my Wicked King video, I feel like something was spiked in my life because that is not normal human behavior. So this is all going to be spoiler free, this beginning and the unboxing, so don't worry. Coincidentally, this is freaking me out. I scheduled my Queen of Nothing theories post on my blog for tonight, and it's as though it's a sign that I have the actual book with me, so I will know sooner if my crazy theories are true. Oh my god. Hi! Luna has joined me. This is my child, Luna. She sometimes comes to my videos. It's very exciting. I know, what is it? Oh. She is scared of anything. First of all, I just need to mention, why is this book so short? If you've looked up the book manically like I have over the past year, the page count has said 300 and I just didn't believe it, but it seems to be true. It's so beautiful. It looks more blue than okay, this is really weird, but I thought that the cover was more lilac coloured on the photo that we saw on the cover reveal. It looks so much more purple than what I have here. This is gorgeous. I love icy blue. Oh, it's blue underneath. No way. Okay, the other 2 are black on the hardcover. This includes the personal letters from Cardan to Jude. I don't really know if I'm ready to read those because they're probably going to destroy me. So I'm now going to go into spoilers of The Wicked King and The Cruel Prince. So if you haven't read the first book, click off this video, but feel free to stay if you haven't read Queen of Nothing because these are just my theories for the actual book, which I've not yet read. I don't really have any evidence to support this in any way, but I really have a feeling that Cardan's going to die in this book, and I don't know why. It's just a really dark feeling that I'm having. Yes, of course, I'm a complete Jude and Cardan shipper, but when I did a video with Holly Black, she herself said they might never even get on. What if that's what she does in order to get her way in the end? Luna, stop crying. It's not that deep. Actually it is, but she's a dog. She doesn't get the feels. Also, the extract where we're told that someone might be dead. I'm not going to say who that is in case you haven't read the extract and don't want to know anything about the book. Is that true? I don't think it is. So if it's not true, I really hope this person does die in this book because I'm going to make some tea and then I will start this devil because I cannot wait any longer. Only keep watching if you have read the book or if you want to know what happens for some reason and don't mind spoilers. I don't know if I read that right, but was Cardan brought up by a cat? His mother didn't want him, so she made the cat, who had kittens that were stillborn, look after him. This world is so insane. Reading those few pages about how his childhood was, I love that chapter because it fully introduces us to kind of his first act of violence, which he didn't even do. Okay, so I didn't know that Dane was going to be evil in the series, but when everything goes down in book 1, I fully expected Belkin to be in that scene instead of Dane, but Dane is the one that started Cardan's reputation, and I'm really, really shocked. What I want from this book now, having read the first chapter / prologue, I really need some danger and I would love some betrayals. I don't want Cardan to die. I don't know why that's a thought I keep having, but I'm just really scared. And if it does happen, I feel like it will be Jude that kills him. So, also, I really need this book to have those punchline one-liners that just kind of clench at your soul. I had so many tabs in The Wicked King. You know, things like, kiss me until I'm sick of it. Jude, I trusted you. Are they broken up now because I'm having a crisis? Okay, I'm going to carry on reading. So I had to stop reading for a few hours, and it is now 9 p.m. and I've reached 50 pages. I feel as though a lot has happened in just 50 pages. I mean, that huge fight with Jude and that general woman. The kind of big thing that I'm getting so far is that Jude is really not adapting well to mortal life, which is so interesting to me about this series because of course she is actually a mortal, yet she feels more comfortable along the immortal fae, and the fact that she carries a knife and the fact that she's told, oh, you look like you crave a little bit of violence. I'm not surprised that she chose to help Taryn. So in this whole section, Jude brings up Locke's attack on her, and this just completely reminded me again how she is supposed to be human and can get hurt in these situations, which really makes me think about her heritage again. That also is one of my key theories. The fact that Taryn now said, did Mum move to the mortal world because she fell in love with our dad, or is there another reason? And it kind of makes me think, oh, so is the dad really the dad? I do really have trust issues with this series, but there's just something off. You know, Jude fits too well into the Fae world, I think, especially since her mum said she's no one's daughter, you know, when Maddox went to kill her in book 1. Okay, so we also got to read that dream sequence from Jude thinking about Carden and him telling her he loves her, he will love her forever, and I just was like, hello, okay. Here come the angsty scenes that I'm waiting for. I know it was a dream, but I still died. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. I didn't read too much more last night. I am now on page 68. Jude and Carden have just been reunited, and I have scared my poor puppy who is sleeping right here. I have scared her probably half to death because I actually burst out laughing because Carden is supposed to be questioning Taryn, who is Jude, about Locke's death, which I still don't really believe. So he now says that she has to be examined, right? To see whether she has any objects that would prevent her from being glamoured. And he's going to examine her in private. And I just got to the line where he says, Jude, you can't really think I don't know it's you. I knew you from the moment you walked in, and my feels cannot take this right now, and this may be overreacting, but this series does something to me. I don't know what it is about the angst and these characters. I mean, it was kind of easy to guess that Carden knew it was Jude, not Taryn, because he would never willingly just invite Taryn to his chambers to be examined. I just find it so cute that he knew it was her. Oh my god, this book is killing me. I'm going to now have to keep this camera running probably for the remainder of this book. Maybe he's glad I put myself in his power. Oh, come closer. I can't read this. Oh my god. I'm very suspicious of the fact that Carden was very calm when seeing Jude. I thought he would kind of lose his shit a little bit, because seeing someone that you exiled and supposedly hate, your reactions should have been different. A lot of people have been saying that he sent Jude away to protect her, and this kind of makes me believe that it's true. It's almost as though he was happy to see her. I love how opportunistic Jude is. I mean, thinking that, oh, you know, I'll get him out safely, but I want a pardon out of it. I just love the dynamic between Jude and Carden, because the effect that he has on her, I feel it's the same that she has on him, in that they both are on equal ground with the whole hatred versus the love for each other. She recognizes that she shouldn't love him and it pisses her off, but since you can't help your feelings, she's kind of trying to maneuver her way through that. Oh my god, like the constant thinking about him or what he would think. It's kind of mirrored in Cardan's reaction when he saw her. I mean, the fact that they both looked towards each other when Maddox started attacking. I mean, oh, especially that line. So Maddox was unable to get Cardan and Jude thinks, I hate how relieved I feel. Oh, this is just so cute. I doubt that Boy King ever intended to let you walk out of the Palace of Elfhame alive. He fought hard to keep you. That's because he knew it was Jude, you weasel. Yeah, Maddox, Cardan wouldn't have fought you at all if you just went for Taran. Oh my god, okay. Vivi went to ask Cardan for help. I can't handle this. Wait. Cardan went to the mortal world? I so wish we could have seen that scene. I love Vivi. Did I say that in this video yet? I don't think I have. I adore her. She is one of my favourite characters in this trilogy. Oh, I love Jude. Maybe allowing his queen to fall into the hands of his enemies is dangerous to him, which means I have power. I just have to discover it. Oh, I love these two sides to her. You know, she loves Cardan, but at the same time, she's thinking, oh, but I want my power back, so... Oh, Cardan has the best lines. Although I am wearing the cloak Mother Marrow made me, the one that will turn any blade, I still promise to run, tail between my legs. And since I have a tail, that should be amusing for everyone. Oh my god! I cannot be reading this. Okay, so Cardan just threw himself in front of some metal needles falling onto Jude and... Okay, I'm really having trouble believing that he sent Jude into exile out of malice. Who is this guy? Sorry, but is it just me or is Cardan not being Cardan? Wait, what if it's not Cardan? Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Oh my god, she is my wife. The rightful High Queen of Elfhame and most definitely not in exile. I'm gonna need therapy after this book. I'm not even joking. Book 2, we've made it to book 2 and... What? Great, and now she's in his bed. This is going well. It's been a few hours. I'm only just getting back to reading. If you remember where we left off is Jude is now in King Cardan's bed. I am kind of weirdly emotional over this because I wasn't expecting Cardan to be so weirdly protective over her so immediately. We did have that line where he calls her a dirty mortal liar, which I thought was very romantic. But to acknowledge her as the queen sort of early on, I guess, halfway through the book, I wasn't really expecting it. Cardan is acting really weird. I don't know if it's just the fact that he's so happy to have Jude back, but there's just something really off with him. I don't know if I'm supposed to fall for this good Cardan. It's freaking me out. At the end of the day, I'm so happy they're reunited right now. It's almost as good as My Chemical Romance getting back together, which reminds me, the whole aesthetic of music perfectly encapsulates Cardan and Jude's relationship. So Cardan is escorting Jude to the council hall for a meeting and they have a little private conversation and he says, it was terrifying watching you fall. I mean, you're generally terrifying, but I'm unused to fearing for you. Then Jude says, mortals are fragile, and Cardan comes back with, not you, you never break. When I came here pretending to be Taran, you said you'd sent me messages. You seemed surprised I hadn't gotten any. What was in them? I really want to just go straight to those. Oh, hold on. I was scared to read these because of spoilers, but it says that the following letters were delivered by the High King's messenger into the hands of Lady Asha, who burned each one. Wait. a second. So apparently I have missed a big chunk of the book now, having not read my exclusive editions things. So they're letters from Cardan, right? While she was in exile. Okay, so we must read these now because this is essential to the book. Jude, you are perhaps only being overcautious, but I'm writing to inform you that all is settled between the Undersea and Elfame. The treaties are signed in sea foam and blood. Exponentially, Cardan. Excuse me. What the hell? Jude, since I cannot imagine there is much in the human lands to interest you, I can only suppose your continued absence in Elfame is due to me. Also, they're on an actual kind of letter background, which is very cool. Okay, he wrote to her that she's pardoned, and I'm just sorry. Come home and shout at me. Come home and fight. Oh my god. Okay. Jude, not even responding to my missives is ridiculous and beneath you, and I hate. What the hell is this? How? Okay, I am such an idiot. I have been reading this book as if these letters don't exist, and they are kind of a form of torture. I mean, oh my god, okay. To the High Queen of, oh my god. Okay, so then he's addressed the next one to the High Queen of Elfame. In my most wretched hours, I believe you will never come back. This is so deep. This page just says Jude, 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 Jude. Please, Jude. So these letters, we now know he pardoned her without her knowing this whole time. Do you know what? That bitch Asha. I mean, we should have known who she was when she essentially hired a cat to raise her son. So it seems that Jude could have pardoned herself after all. He didn't mean it literally. I exiled Jude to the mortal world until and unless she is pardoned by the crown, meaning by the king of fairy or its queen. You could have returned anytime you wanted. Oh, she slaps him. That's iconic. So we have officially made it to 200 pages. It is just before 8 o'clock in the evening. So since I last updated, Cardan and Jude have now hooked up. And am I the only one that thought they actually slept together in The Wicked King? But it seems that it was just a really intense hookup session. But I can't help but find this book a little bit tame compared to the first two. Even the betrayers from The Wicked King seem to have a really good excuse for what they did. So Taryn's come back to the good side. The ghost was just being manipulated. Cardan has completely done a 180. I also don't know why, but I never really foresaw Maddox being the final villain. I guess because everyone was just so fixated on Cardan being the messed up one that we all thought that the end would be him and Jude going at it in a fight. I'm just very concerned about the ending because we only have 100 pages and they're only just starting a meeting for a potential battle. Cardan just turned into a snake. Get that away from me. Sorry, what? I guess we all thought this was Taryn, but it's Cardan. In the place where the High King was, there is a massive serpent, covered in black scales and curved fangs. Is this snake conscious? Does Cardan know that he's a snake? Because right now he's sliding towards Maddox and... So I just had to take a moment. But Jude seems to have killed Cardan and having a little bit of a breakdown right now because if this is a real thing that just happened, then my theory was right. I'm a bit traumatized. So that was completely a false alarm and Cardan came out of the snake all alive and well. I have just finished the book and I am so conflicted because although I am so happy and thrilled that Cardan is alive and him and Jude are going to have a happy life together, I really thought that this ending was going to be way more traumatizing than it was. The way the series started, I really thought, I don't know, Jude and Cardan were going to become villains together and take over Elfame. with really bad intentions. Like I said at the beginning, I thought Cardan was going to die and then Jude's going to go insane. I have no idea what I'm going to rate this at the moment because I have so many thoughts just flying in my head and I don't think I can fully convey to you. I love the epilogue. I think Jude getting her coronation is something that we've really wanted to happen since the first book, and now that she actually has her own throne, which Cardan summoned with his newfound power, so iconic. I've really actually loved seeing her be the queen for 3 days on her own, and she deserved that. Where my sort of issues lie with this book is definitely the pace at which the plot happened. It was very reminiscent of what happened to Jude in Wicked King when she was kidnapped underwater, and that was supposed to be a month-long time, whereas in the book it felt like it was only a few days. So I think my biggest problem is that this book was so short because everything happened so quickly that towards the end there wasn't even a big battle. I mean, Jude and Cardan, I really thought their whole getting together was too perfect. They pretty much still hated each other even when they hooked up at the end of The Wicked King, so I was not expecting them to just fully become so polite with each other. I mean, guys, we're all rooting for you because you were both a bit crazy. So I think this book is just very different to the other two. This is much more of a tame book because there were things in The Wicked King that was so unique to anything I've ever read. I mean, in that book, I just remember reading it and I was so floored so many times. I just wanted to scream. So definitely let me know what you think. I will be for sure doing a series review where I will, of course, cosplay as Jude. That was my favourite thing about my Wicked King video, my Fae makeup and the crown. I'm so going to have to replicate this cover, so stay tuned for that. Do leave your comments below what you think of this, because as much as I adore Holly's writing, I mean, the writing in this was the same kind of style that I love, but I just wish we got more surprises and betrayals and more deep events happening to kind of balance that. Or I think it should have been longer. I think if we got more detail into everything that was happening, it would have felt a little bit more dangerous rather than just skipping straight to the next scene. But this is still one of my favourite series ever. I'm just laughing at my theories. They were so out there. I fully thought everyone was going to become like a villain and we're going to get a villain winning story out of this. But alas, we can't always get what we want. So thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed following me on my journey as I completely lose my mind and think that Cardan's going to die every 2 pages. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!